Welcome to the crunch end of the transfer window. We currently sit 10th in the Premier League, facing 6th placed Crystal Palace to start, who hammered me last time we played them. So not really looking forward to playing them again, in all honesty. But we do need, as you quite rightly pointed out in yesterday's comment section, more squad depth in certain areas of the side, which is what we're going to look to do in today's episode with a couple of players on our shortlist with regards to potential loanee incomings. We're going to look to get it done. Thank you for your continued support on the save and your continued dedication in watching day in, day out. I appreciate it very much indeed. Please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying continually, and do subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more. Saying thank you to John, Sam and Rob on the board behind me for your support in the comment section of the last episode. Thank you, lads. Those of you that want to come and watch live, it'd be great to have you over on stream, twitch.tv/ChesnoidGaming or youtube.com/ChesnoidLive. We start, hello, very impressive season for Carlo Ancelotti, less so IRL. We're going to get the loanee was that Cole Palmer? Cole Palmer to Napoli. Oh. Okay then. So we're going to start with the players on the shortlist with regards to the loanee incomings, because I'd like them to be in the club for the game against Palace if possible, and that is 3 days away. We've had Emil Holm on the shortlist for a while. It was a player we were thinking about buying for squad depth, and turns out Bologna would let me loan him. So that's great. We'll do basic terms for the loan initially, and only on a short term, because obviously next summer we might well be looking for players that are a little bit better. If I can get away with 35% wages, that'd be great. We're obviously going to play a hard bargain here. Might end up having to play 50-50. We don't. 60-40 suits us down to the ground. Thank you very much, Mr. Manager. Obviously a real-life manager, but I'll be completely honest. No idea who the hell that is. My knowledge of Serie A is not great, as you might well be aware. So our CDM option, we're looking for a winger and a holding midfielder. Obviously missing Lawal at the moment. Looking for squad depth in midfield too. Jacob Wright is currently 5th choice at Atletico Madrid. I don't know where Jacob Wright starts in a save, but at 78 rated, he's actually very bloody good. I'll show you Atleti's current situation, because there are a number there. It won't actually let me loan him. The game won't let me loan him. But if you look at CDM, they have Igor Cardoso, 81. Leonel Almeida, 80. Joao Polina, 81. Tchouaméni, 88. And Jacob Wright, 78. So, 5th choice. So why the game won't let me loan him from Atleti, I really don't know, quite frankly, because they're not playing him in any competition. So we're going to use the live editor. Hooray for the live editor. Getting a realistic move done that the game, for some reason, just won't let me. Cool story. So he's currently on £45,000 a week, Jacob, right? We will loan him in for 50 wages. That's what we do whenever we have to use the live editor to get something like that done. So we will look to player, transfer, loan. Bradford, please, not Dundee. Bradford City, and just for 6 months on loan. Bosh. Hello. How are you, sir? Right, 2 loanees in. Jacob Wright certainly in already immediately, because I've done it with a live editor. And we'll see if we're going to get Emil in before we get to the game against Crystal Palace. And the answer is going to be, I think, with this cutscene, yes. Is that Emil or is that Jacob? Well, it won't be Jacob because I didn't do it through the game. Emil Holm is in. Welcome, Emil, for 6 months. Well, that is the squad depth we were after to help us solidify, as the case may be, in the middle of the Premier League table, and, of course, potentially go on an FA Cup run too. That leaves us financially now nearly £70,000 over wage budget, but knowing that I need 25 million left in my transfer budget, I can move 4 million into my wages, which leaves me under budget. Doesn't really matter whether I'm over budget or under budget, because it's not going to make any difference to the save as a whole, but it's always nice to see a green number than a red number, isn't it, I suppose? And 25 million there is going to go to paying for Noah Mikic once this season is over. Obviously, then we could afford to pay the remaining 18 million left on the payments for the new ground, which we will move into at the beginning of the new season. And hopefully, almost certainly, I'd like to think at this stage, where we will be continuing life in the Premier League. But are we going to be a top half Premier League? So basically, we're looking now, we're actually concentrating on the financial hub at this stage to find out just where we're going to finish and how much money we're going to earn from a potential league finish, because each position is worth 3.115 million, which is a lot of money to lose out for a single position in the Premier League. So fingers crossed, we can finish in a very decent position in the Premier League. Vincent Kuhn in goal still for Crystal Palace. They have Charles Armstrong right back, Malik Thiaw alongside Isaac Devoe. We believe he's a Mamadou Sarr pre-gen. As per your feedback in the comment section, we will be going through at the end of the season, going through each of the Premier League sides and maybe not completely mudding all of the crazy pre-gen super high rated players, but certainly maybe making 89 rated players 82 to 84 rather than 89, 90, 92 as they currently sit in game, because obviously it's a game mechanic that's very much broken this year, and it means that I'm not really able to compete at any bloody level at the moment. Esri Konsa alongside Federico Di Marco on the left-hand side of their back five. Eza and Hjulmand, then Catamo, Charles de Ketelera and Igor Duarte on the left. On the bench, there's not much. There's a little with, of course, Mateus França and Said, who played against us, not for Crystal Palace, I think, last season in the Championship. Said played for someone, must have been on loan from Crystal Palace last year. He was very good, but who Crystal Palace have at the moment is somewhat better. So we are actually seeing a start for Wright in this game. Emil Holm is on the bench, but Jacob Wright starts. Nikic again. I'm just going to keep going. Noah's on a great run. Play that back inside nicely to Clarkson. Here is Jacob Wright. Oh my God! 8 minutes onto his debut. He's just scored a goal of the season contender. Jacob Wright with space 30 yards out. Have you ever seen someone hit the ground running in quite such a fashion in career mode ever before? Welcome back to England, Jacob. Welcome to the Premier League. If you could do that every week, then I think you'll start. Oh my God. 1-0. What a goal. It's Duarte. Federico Di Marco on the overlap. And Duarte again. Good block by Van der Haar. Corner to come in from De Ketelera. Palace fans screaming their team forward as ever. Devoe wins the header, but in classic FC25 style, it's a terrible shot. We'll try and counter. Forward gets the nod ahead of Bowie on this occasion, although to be fair, Bowie's starting on the other side as Kanadu was tired. I'm going to drill this, looking for and not finding the man in the middle. Bowie could get to that though, and we'll try and keep the move alive. Clarkson feeding Lancashire. Lancashire looking for Bowie. It's a good run. It's brought down and it's not finished because Devoe is in the way. Very good defending from the young man. We don't have ourselves a second goal, but this is certainly night and day from the last time we played Palace. We are the better side right now. Clarkson to Wright. Wright to Bowie. Bowie looking for Lancashire. Lancashire past Devoe. Lancashire! Wide on his left-hand side. Not far away, though. Duarte. And Charles de Ketelera. Duarte early. Ooh, that's a tidy finish. As good as Jacob Wright's was, that was right up there too. First time into the very top corner. Igor Duarte. Good inside forward run. And that is just as unstoppable as the previous. Yeah, you don't save those. 1-1 at Selhurst Park. Mikic trying to close down Duarte. Easier said than done. It's a good ball and the header's in. And Katamo has helped Crystal Palace turn it around immediately. 2 goals in 5 minutes. And the side that are 6th and chasing a Champions League spot with certainly their Champions League quality team now have the lead at Selhurst Park. Bulat to Alfie Doherty. Side to Bulat. Doherty again. Bulat. Bit of space for Clarkson. Space for Clarkson disappeared, but space for Clarkson is back again. Blocked well. DeMarco on the breakaway. Bowie going to try and get it back and can't get there. Now Igor Duarte's just going to go on a run here, isn't he? Oh, Mikic's got his legs all in a tangle there, trying to sort his feet out to get a block on that. Oh, on the back heels. Superb. Shalda Ketelara makes it 3. Crystal Palace are just that damn good. Bulat. Clarkson looking for the run of Bowie. Found well. Didn't really feel like I could get that to Lancashire. We can get it to Bulat. He'll get it to Lancashire. Penrith? Question mark? I mean, there's no intent to play the ball there whatsoever. I probably could have shot with Bulat, to be honest. Such was the space I ended up with there, but I'd already committed to the pass to Lancashire. I think maybe we should add a penalty there. It may well end up not meaning anything because we would have been more than, well, we already are more than 1 goal away. Might be even more so soon. Scrambling it away at the back. Lancashire out-muscled again, and that is a stay right from Eberechi Eza. It is more than the 1 goal and the 2 goals. It's a 3-goal advantage by scoring 4 for Crystal Palace. Now to Mateusz França off the bench for them as they've switched to a 4-3-2-1. Oh, really? Yep, no, he's offside. Christmas tree-esque formation here, Crystal Palace. They have put the ball in the back of the net for a 5th time. But Jenny Katamo is offside this time. Is it tight? No, not even close to tight. And exactly the last thing he's done on the pitch before being hooked. As Saeed is on. Come on, Will. What in the world is Malik Chior doing there? I don't know. Lancashire. We've got a consolation goal back again. It's 4-2 in the 80th minute. Let's not over-celebrate, shall we, lads? Back to the halfway line. Throw for Palace. Straight to Eza. Into Saeed via Hillmond. To Ketelara for a 5th. This Crystal Palace side are just quite simply more than a single level above us in terms of quality and effectiveness on the pitch. It's 5-2 to the Eagles. Soaring as we've flown too close to the sun on this occasion. We are going to have to travel back north up the motorway with our tails between our legs. Bid from Luton for Gabe Wadsworth. Now, Gabe stays. I have a feeling Gabe might well stay with us throughout the entirety of the save. Lille have bid for Bergstrom as well, £9.7 million. It says accepted with Trabzonspor, but obviously then rejected the contract bid because we signed an extension with Lucas Bergstrom. I didn't sign a contract extension to then immediately sell him to Lille. Thank you very much. So he stays. Brentford have now bid for Canadu as well. Lots of bids. £33.7 million. They've bid for Don Angelo. Again, turning that down. Thank you very much. We're having a better season at this level in the Premier League than Brentford. And Don Angelo is a large part of that. It's Aston Villa at home next. Villa are having a pretty poor time of things, actually, down in 16th in the table. Tickle wants to play at home against Aston Villa. I might actually be open to letting Mr. Tickle have a game against Aston Villa. Financially, we are now paying £611,000 a week in wages, which is a lot of money, considering we started the save with less than 10% of that, with a £57,000 wage bill. Now we've got players that are earning basically that on their own as an individual. How things change from League Two to the Premier League. Frimpong, West Ham. Frimpong's at West Ham. Good. That means I'm not playing against him here for Aston Villa then. In these situations, you want a response of sorts to a heavy defeat. However, how this Aston Villa side is 16th in the Premier League is a complete and utter unknown. Stefano Turati in goal. Iñaki Castillo at right back. Scalvini at 88 alongside Ignacio Lopez and Marc Cucurella. Edison and Brett Cordill, a Patreon player, in midfield. Moussa Diaby on the right-hand side at right mid. Karim Adeyemi at left wing. Morgan Rogers at cam. And Dusan Vlahovic up top. Yep, that team is 16th in the Premier League. Jacob Wright gets another start, because of course he does. Hoyer back to the starting lineup. Konadu back to the starting lineup. And Mr. Tickle is in goal for this one. Clarkson. Nicely to Lancashire. Oh, I was going to try and get a turn into them playing Bulat there, but not able to be done. Morgan Rogers is definitely a player I'd be intrigued with. We're intrigued by for later in the save, but the minute we're not close to getting an 83 rated player into our side. Currently, we do have the 81 rated Mikic, so when we make that transfer permanent at the end of the window, or just into February, we will be looking for at least 81 rated players next season to improve the squad. Please let the cross be good. It's not. Konadu was waiting at the back of the box to try and get on the end of that. He's just got himself back on side here, I think. He has. Leighton Clarkson's in the box. Options in the middle include Lancashire deflected and out for a corner. Well, Aston Villa might have a great team of individuals, but do they have a great team? At the moment, no. Well in. Oh, Adiemi gets it under control unbelievably well. And now I'm in trouble. Morgan Rogers dinked in. Oh, and Doty just attacked the ball more than the man in the middle. And Adiemi, good save, Mr. Tickle. Aston Villa growing in confidence and stature in the game. Nobody's scored a goal yet. That might be about to change. If I can just find Lancashire here. Which I can't. I might not need to. I might not need to. Konadu! Oh. Well, anywhere either side of the keeper and it stands a chance of going in. But if you're going to kick it straight at him, mate, it's not going to, is it? Oh, nice from Morgan Rogers. That and Moussa Diaby. Oh, they're taking the piss now. Brilliant save, Mr. Tickle. Oh, and off the post and then Tickle there for a second time. How Aston Villa haven't taken the lead, nobody knows. That was absolutely ridiculous, and what a way to end the first half. Oh my God. Morgan Rogers. Didn't know as that was actually on its way in, but Mr. Tickle wasn't taking any risks. Rogers with the corner and flicked on. And that is a perfect corner routine. Dusan Vlahovic berries, but did they need to have the corner in the first place? That's the question we'll be asking Mr. Tickle. Could he have let that go past the post, fly wide, and then the danger's gone? Brilliant flick on, and Dusan on his own. In the box, we trail to Aston Villa. On course. Bulat. Got to be Konadu here this time. He's in. You are kidding me, Will. You're just going to... Good. Okay, cool. Well, that's why we're losing then, isn't it, really? Oh, my God. He's just... I can't even begin to explain to you what happened there. Just want him to approach the ball and side foot it in, and he's backed away from it, swiveled and shot on his weak foot. Absolute prick. Away, please. Thank you. Waiting for changes to be made to take the injured Bulat off. Lancashire's kicked that straight at Kukurea, because of course he has, with half the pitch to aim at. Mikic will get it to Konadu, and Konadu will look for Lancashire, and maybe we will score still. Or not. I don't like Scalvini. I don't like Scalvini at all. He's too good. Mikic. Konadu. Lovely turn. This time, please. Thank the bloody Lord. It's 1-1 at Valley Parade. Bradford 1, Aston Villa 1. Lancashire does have his goal. Remove Scalvini from the situation and we can actually score. Poke it through that gap. Guess who's in the way? Signore Scalvini. Well in Noah. Mikic has done brilliantly. Really like Mikic. What a find he's proven to be. Here's Bowie. I need another man. I might not need another man. Another man's arriving. It's Gabe Wadsworth! As we reject the bid for Luton at Premier League level, Gabe Wadsworth is a match winner still. Talk about arriving on time. 2-1 Bradford up the chickens. Last kick of the game. You love to see it. Maybe that's why Aston Villa are 16th in the table. They can take the lead, but they can't get the job done. Liverpool 2, Leeds 2. The highlight result there. We are still 10th in the table. How long is Bulat going to be out for? 3 months with a broken toe. Ah, shit. If they've got a broken toe, don't let them play on in the game. Game. That's silly. Oh, no. Well, Tickle did well. But we've lost another central midfielder now. Lawal is on his way back from injury very shortly, within the next 3 weeks or so. But unfortunately... Where's Giovanni? Oh no, Giovanni's there. I was like, hello. At the minute, it looks like Wright is going to start even longer form for the side. Oh, God, that's annoying. Do I need another lone midfielder? I mean, maybe. Can I afford another lone midfielder? I'm not sure. Ah, bugger. Okay, well, let me sort my finances out so I know exactly what I've got to spend. And then we're going to have to go into the market again, I think, because I can't be down two midfielders, potentially, for the rest of the season. That's just not going to help, is it? Bid for Shaq Ford from Leicester of £7.5 million plus Ben Nelson. Now, I was interested in Ben Nelson about 3 years ago. Not anymore, Leicester, I'm afraid. Sorry, Shaq stays for now. He's in the starting lineup as well. We've decided that we're not going to look for another striker. Sorry, another striker. We're not going to look for another centre mid. We get Lawal back in 2.5 weeks' time, and we can make do until then. And hopefully we will keep him. Tyler Dibbling was a player we might have looked to next season, but with him having moved now in this January window, don't think we will be. He might be slightly too highly rated at the moment as well, to be fair. But biggest deal on deadline day thus far is Tyler Dibbling from Udinese to Feyenoord for 36.1. Carmona has moved to Celta Vigo, and Stanisic has gone from Fiorentina to Espanyol. We'll see if we get any more bids for our players. There's a rumour of Morgan Rogers leaving. Pacho has gone from Inter to Arsenal. Krupi from West Ham to Fiorentina. And Liso, I don't know who Liso is, from Mallorca to Freiburg. We do have a number of youngsters loan listed. Balerdi, I don't know anything, 32, I don't know anything about him. Still no massive deals. Nedeljkovic from Fenerbahce to Strasbourg. Interesting Shane Allen from Metz, but nothing massive on our radar at the moment. Then a couple biggies go through. That's Andre Santos from Villarreal to Aston Villa, who certainly are throwing money at the situation whilst being where they are in the table. And Oscar Glauch, the Israeli, leaves Bayern Munich to go to Valencia for £64.4 million. Loan bids are plenty, but nothing massive going through here with 5 minutes left to go. Shane Aaron has moved to Metz from Sassuolo. Patreon player for £68.9 million. Guerra from Atalanta to Brighton for £61 million. Just not quite making the top three. And Lucas Stevenson has been approached by Leicester. I would be happy for Lucas Stevenson to leave on a free. He's only valued at £6 million. It's not a massive amount of money. I'd be happy for him to leave on a free and for us to replace that squad position next year. So obviously Mikic is going to be our starting right back moving forward. So I'm happy for Lucas Stevenson to leave. Not that bothered about that one. 3 hours to go on deadline day. We'll see if Lucas Stevenson does agree a contract deal with Leicester or not. Nothing else massive going through. Lucas Stevenson has agreed a contract with Leicester City. He will leave Bradford at the end of the season. All the best, Luca. Gabby Jesus might be going to AC Milan, but he's probably not got it anymore at this point in the save, I would imagine. They are the biggest deals of deadline day. We'll show you a full transfer roundup in a moment, and then I'll go and adjust the spreadsheet accordingly for the Patreon players. But as we end that month, Gabe says, ready to go in ahead of Marco Bulat. Ready to come off the bench and score a winner again? Yes. Ready to start in the Premier League week in, week out? I don't quite think so, Gabe. I'm afraid. I apologise. Let's see. Biggest deals. And then in this window, Pedro Blanco from Firenze to Chelsea. An 87 rated left winger, Argentinian. From Firenze. That's an intriguing one. Let's see. Cole Palmer to Napoli was 88.5. Mathias Tell to Arsenal for 86.2. We've got Kendry Paz from a club I don't recognise to Wolfsburg for 76.6. Hugo Larsson to Manchester City. Shane there to Metz, as we saw. Oscar Glauc, as we saw. Jan Uzun to Leicester for £64 million. Evan Ferguson to Newcastle from Atletico Madrid. Paul Vanna from Bayern to Fiorentina. 85 rated cam and right mid. Let's have a look. Andre Santos. We saw Javi Guerra. We saw Yuri Sudakov to Leeds. Archie Gray to Liverpool. It's an intriguing one. 85 rated Archie Gray. Batarina from Liverpool to Barcelona, as they basically, not quite like for like, is more defence-minded Archie Gray. But Batarina is certainly the quality of player they would not have wanted to lose at Liverpool. Jeremy Frimpong to West Ham. Francisco Conceição to Villarreal. Conor Gallagher we saw in the summer. Adrian Lisa, I was curious about him. Left mid, right mid, 84 rated. Decent. Decent indeed. Ibrahima Konate to AC Milan. He's 31 now. Teresiano, 81 rated, right mid, right back, left back. Intriguing. I think that's probably it for the big ones. Kurt Chu to Fulham. Brennan Johnson back to Tottenham. So weird how players do that, isn't it? Either move to rivals via someone else first, or inevitably end up back at the club that they started at or have been at previously in their career. Take note of Moussa Diaby back at Aston Villa in this save as well. Very strange how that happens. Regardless, we leave you today. Actually, we don't leave you just yet. I'm going to go and sort the Patreon players out, but I'll come back to you in a moment on that. But for the time being, I leave you with us 10th in the Premier League with 15 games to go. We are considerably safe to the relegation zone on 31 points. We're considerably behind the European spots as well. Sides have come up quite regularly, actually, from the Championship, and in their first season at Premier League level, finished mid-table. Sheffield United did it in 9th. Burnley have done it, and Burnley have gotten European football previously as well, obviously, in real life. So I'm quite happy that where we are right now is a realistic position to be in the Premier League with the squad that we have. Goal difference in the negative. We've lost as many as we've won. We've drawn pretty much the same amount as well. We are average, but average is certainly good enough for us right now. Burnley, Leeds and Brentford in the bottom three. Certainly Forest and Villa looking over their shoulders as well. But you imagine Leicester, Wolves and Man United are safe enough at this stage of the season. I'm going to go and sort the Patreon players out, and then we'll end the episode. So a couple of moves with the Patreon players in January. Will, the goalkeeper, has swapped Borussia Mönchengladbach for Leicester City. Angers and Valladolid was in the summer. We've seen a couple of loan deals, actually. Brandon has gone on loan. Adi has gone on loan from Dortmund to Aarhus in, I want to say Denmark. And obviously you saw the Shane Aaron move to Metz for a sizable fee. There's also a loan move for Colin Murray as well from Stade Rennais, out on loan to Rapid Vienna, also in Austria, intriguingly. Oh no, that was Denmark. That's Austria. So a little bit of action, but not a massive amount at this stage. Past couple of seasons have been quite quiet for the Patreon players, as you can see. Not much going on. A couple of loan deals, and then these permanent ones that were in the summer, actually the only permanent deals since season 5, which is intriguing. We'll see if there's much more movement in the summer between season 7 and 8 for you guys. But at the moment in time, that's where you all stand right now. As ever, do feel free to pause the video at any point to have a look at your stats in closer detail. Do join me on stream if you want to have a look at your stats in even closer detail with regards to the individuals like that. But for now, that's all for this episode. Please do drop the video a like. I'd appreciate it very much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that very much too. And hopefully you'll join me. We've got one name on the shortlist of someone we might think about signing in the summer. But Jacob Wright's made a good impression so far, so Effa Ackman might have to take a seat on the sidelines. We might also be looking slightly higher than that, to be honest. Tommaso Pobega might be a free agent next season as well, which would be too good an opportunity to pass up for a squad player, quite frankly. But they're the only two real-life players on my list at the moment, I believe. Indeed they are. So that's the situation. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the save. I'm still very much enjoying every aspect of this Bradford City realistic road to glory. Join me in the next episode for the next round of the FA Cup, as well as big games against West Ham, Leicester and Forest. We'll sim Arsenal though, obviously. Bye!